Hey, how's it going, everyone? Saintsfan back again with another GTA Online Q&A. And as always, I have some good old questions from you guys on Twitter that I will be answering and sharing my thoughts and opinions on. If you have your own question, then you can tweet with the hashtag AskSaints, and I'll see it for a future Q&A. Now, the first one from Ewan. Do you think that when we actually get the B-11 in-game, it will be balanced? And we are actually going to be getting this tomorrow, along with a new DJ, so be expecting that. And I'll be making some more breakdown videos tomorrow, I guess going in depth with the B-11 and showing its pros and its cons. I know I made that one specific video explaining that the cannon on it is very, very bad. And unfortunately, that's like what the entire freaking aircraft is known for. But there's some really good stuff with it, and I'll be touching more on that tomorrow. But as far as balancing goes, it's really overpowered. I don't know if you mean it will be balanced in terms of making that cannon better or making everything else worse, because at the moment, if you don't look at it like an A-10 Warhog, if you just look at it as a regular plane or another aircraft that is added to the weaponized vehicle list, it is damn good. It's got some really, really, really great features about it. So as far as balancing goes, you know, there's a lot that Rockstar could do differently to make it more balanced, but they're not going to do that. They've never done that. Literally, the only vehicle they've ever touched or didn't end up bringing out was the Jester Classic. Everything else, like once it's in the game, they really don't touch it, and they don't tweak anything. I mean, they had like one tweak to the Savage, I believe, way back in the day, but that, again, it's like, it's not going to happen right when it comes out. So don't be expecting it to be any different than it already is. Now, like I said, unfortunately, the cannons are not that good. So maybe if enough people complain about them, Rockstar will increase their damage or increase their just usability. You know, maybe that'll happen. But apart from that, no, nothing's going to happen. Next question from Green Bird. Now that the DLC has been out for a few days, what do you think about it? Was it a good addition? Is it good for money, etc.? So, yeah, I've been playing for a little bit, and the one thing I have yet to actually do is the business battle stuff. I've seen it occasionally in free mode lobbies, but I don't know if it's because the lobbies I'm in are normally just like me and like two other people, if they just don't spawn, but I haven't really got to play with that, and I've heard those are really fun, so I'm definitely missing out on that. But apart from that, everything else, I said it in the Rockstar Logic yesterday, this is like the greatest DLC for AFK players, and I don't know why Rockstar like wants to cater to AFK players, because I mean, even if you AFK, it's not playing the game. You're literally doing nothing. You're not even on the game. You're doing something else, and the game is working for you. And I don't like, that's not good. That's not good gameplay. And it's unfortunate because we all thought this DLC was going to be really cool. The business consolidation was going to be well done, but I don't think it was. Is it good for money? If you AFK, it's great for money. It's actually probably the greatest thing for money if you AFK, if you're willing to leave your Xbox or PS4 on overnight or whatever. You know, and was it a good addition? It's got some cool features like, you know, most of the DLCs have had, but just the execution is unfortunately what has made this DLC not as good in my opinion. Jamie, is the After Hours DLC what you hoped it would be? And I guess that also ties into that last question. I would say no, because I thought it was going to be more of a business consolidation than it actually was. It's really not a business consolidation. I thought maybe we could, I don't know, do stuff from this one central location. I know the Terrorbyte has something to do with that, but it's not as great as people may think it will be. So no, it's not, and I really was hoping that nightclubs would be a little bit better. I mean, I don't know, at least making money, it would have been nicer to make way more. I mean, $10,000 every 48 minutes. I don't know what they were thinking. That's not good. $10,000. I don't know what the math would be, but you would have to sit in your freaking nightclub with full popularity for like a year to actually buy anything with the nightclub money. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Then we have Fragment. Do you think Red Dead Redemption 2 Online will come out a few weeks after the single player, just like GTA 5 did? Yes, that's one of the rumors I seen, or one of the leaks that popped up. couple months ago, they said they're doing the exact same thing, and it makes sense just because they want people to enjoy the story that they made and worked and, you know, put a lot of time and effort into. And I'm sure it'll be great. So you're going to have to spend, I don't know, 2-3 weeks in single player before we can get into online. And I think that's also good just because it gives people time to, I don't know, breathe, so to speak. I mean, I'm sure the first week of online will be chaotic regardless, but at least 3 weeks after the release, it'll be a little less chaotic versus if they were to do it the day of. Next one from Jackson, please. When do you think the new Oppressor and Terrorbyte are coming out? Well, I showed you guys the release order, and I'll put that on the screen right here. The Oppressor is going to be the next Warstock vehicle, so tomorrow we're going to be getting the StrikeForce, and whenever the next Warstock releases, it's going to be the Oppressor 2. As for the Terrorbyte, I don't know, because you would think they'd release that sooner rather than later, since it has some really cool features and it's actually got some new missions, but it's Rockstar, man, so who really knows? Madison Avocado, do you think that the After Hours DLC was a waste, and could they have done better? Yeah, look, I already told you guys my thoughts and opinions on it. It could have definitely been done better, especially the vehicle part, like the drip feed part. There's really not many vehicles I'm looking forward to, and I do understand that they had the majority of the developers working on Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm sure they were polishing that before it releases, but it almost seems like they didn't put any effort into this nightclub DLC. I mean, they made the most generic, like, little things. I mean, there's not really missions. You basically just wait. And I don't know. It could have been done better. Yeah. Cooley, why do you think Rockstar overprices everything in GTA Online? Do you think they'll ever change to make the prices better / more realistic? Not in this online, but I am curious to see what happens in Red Dead Redemption 2's online because of a number of reasons. I mean, one, just the time period, it's different. So, you know, you can't have a $4 million horse in that game because that's just not very realistic. I mean, at least in GTA Online, it somewhat makes sense. But I am definitely interested to see what Rockstar does in terms of the economy in that game. And then, look, even in GTA Online 2, whenever that does release in probably 4 years or so, I think at the moment the business side is taken over more than like the gaming side, I guess you would call it, just because everything they've done has been purely for profit. I mean, if they wanted to have or give the players a nice experience, they would have made nightclubs, the passive income, pay way more. They would have had it where, you know, you didn't have to wait 4 days just to get full stock. But it's all a business, and by doing what they've done, you know, people wait, people still play, and people may get frustrated and buy a shark card, and that's the bottom line for Rockstar. So yeah, that's what I see, at least from the outside. Austin, do you think the B-11 will be the king of the skies? It has the potential to. I mean, really though, if you're a good pilot, I mean, you could be the king of the skies with anything. Just because you're in a plane that's good doesn't necessarily mean you will own the skies. So obviously it comes down to the pilot, but it is going to be really good. It's got a ton of bombs. It's got the cannons that are somewhat good. They're okay if you're accurate. You have obviously the homing missiles, you have the barrage missiles, you got the armor, you got the flares. So it's got a lot going for it. I'll say that. We'll have to wait and see though on how the community, I guess, takes to it. And if they switch from their Hydras and Oppressors and Deluxos. And then the final question from Jamie, and this is an interesting one. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's GTA 6 related, so obviously there's not much I can say on it. But it is something that I thought we should just think about. Do you think, his question is, that GTA 6 will be a military-focused game because of all the weaponized vehicles that have come into GTA Online? And I have never thought about that. You know, despite everything that's happened, I thought that GTA 6 might go back to being normal. But now that you say it, I don't know, because the military part is what a lot of people like. Maybe not a lot of us hardcore people like it as much, but a lot of the casual players like the military aspect, like all these weaponized vehicles, and I think that's why they're so popular. So I don't know what they're going to end up doing in GTA 6. Are they going to cater to the casual people who like that sort of stuff, or are they going to stay true to the roots of GTA and then, you know, eventually add that stuff in like with GTA 5? Anyway, like I said, just an interesting idea to leave everyone thinking about. But thank you all for watching. That is this week's Q&A. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for these every single Monday. And if you have your own question, like I said, you can tweet it with the hashtag #AskSaints. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.